They aren't actually necessarily bad, it's only bad when they're in abundance. So what they do is they eat the dead roots of the plants, but they also carry a disease called pythium. So what happens, you have the flying bug, it lays its larvae, dig down, or the larvae digs down, and then it starts eating on the decayed roots. But because they carry this fungus called pythium, which actually is another form of root rot, it can start to rot away at the healthy roots if it is in stress. Some plants like to stay wet. There's some plants like your ferns and bits and bobs that like to let it be a little bit wetter. So you're always going to have a few fungus gnats around. When you're getting a lot of fungus gnats, that you know that there's an issue. One or two and stuff are fine, and you may want to reduce the watering on some of those. So if a plant's in stress, you're going to get fungus gnats.
Yeah.
But some plants will also naturally have fungus gnats because they like to be wet.
They also hang around as soil types, sort of coiry fibre. It almost looks like punga fibre, if you're familiar with it. They're really prone to that nice soil because it always is hydrated with that soil.
Some sprays you can use, but a really good tip is putting like diatomaceous earth over the top of the soil surface. So that's like a crushed up shell, and the bellies of the fungus gnats can't actually stand it, so they go to land on it and it scratches their belly, so they will no longer land on it. So diatomaceous earth is natural, so that's a really good way. Houseplant spray, insect spray does the fungus gnats, but it won't get into the soil. The problem is once you get a lot of them in the soil and they're eating away at the roots, that's when you're going to have to actually repot the whole plant, wash off the roots as best as you can, and put them into a more free draining soil mix for those certain plants.
That's a risk, so always use your seaweed tonic to prevent transplant shock.
Oh, apple cider vinegar also works. So you have a little dish of apple cider vinegar and you leave it there, and the fungus gnats are attracted to the sweet smell of it. Won't work for other vinegars, only apple cider, and they will land in there and die, and as it dehydrates, you can just either top it up with water or chuck some more apple cider vinegar in there. So that's a good natural way to get rid of the odd bits and bobs.
Goodbye fungus gnat.
Goodbye.